spicy, we going crazy. We at the top and we never gonna stop. Hop in the ghost, I'ma get swayzy. I just got off of the jet and I cry. I win it, I lie. I be on go cause I come from the shock. I'm shooting back, I ain't ducking no shots. Got power like Samson, I cut off the locks. Shabak, Timmer, in the cut like I'm Fredo Santana. Who's you ranting? I hop in the Bama, the world is mine. I'm Tony Montana, I'm Pelican Fly. Diamonds on me cause I'm rapping a rock. I'ma go hard, I ain't killing them soft. I'm up in the hills, I feel like I'm Lauren, you ready or not? I like who got businesses, I'm CEO of mine. 1980 Prezi Rolly, we been working overtime. The witness, the police.
It's Madden NFL 23 on EA Sports. And we've got the do-it-all back, Austin Eckler. He was terrific a week ago. Well over 100 yards and several stops in the end zone. It's the Chargers and the Texans. And it's coming right up on Madden NFL 23.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. The losers their last time out, so seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Los Angeles taking the field, led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception, didn't have a touchdown to offset it, but the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. He was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Justin Herbert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point good by Hopkins. And it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was capped off by the quarterback sneak for 6. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. But if he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
1st and 10 now for Mills and the Texans. Right at the 30. A 1st down throw for Mills. That one caught downfield by Howard. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Throwing, Mills. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
A 2nd down throw for Mills. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Now Mills. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 22-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. On play action, Mills. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
They still can't get him. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Trying to get away, but could not. Sebastian Joseph Day breaking through for the sack. So now make that a 2nd sack for them on this drive.
And Brandon, we hear it every week when we go out to do a game. Everyone talks about playing complementary football. Their offense goes down and scores. They see that, and they want to back them up, and that they did, getting 2 sacks on this first drive.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. Past the 20. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Chargers.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Texans 3. Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Here's Damiere Byrd to return from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. 2 fantastic games coming up to wrap up Week 4, the first weekend in October. Tonight, the Chiefs and Buccaneers from Tampa. That's a rematch of Super Bowl 55, of course. And then Monday night, rematch of last year's NFC Championship game. The Rams and Niners from Santa Clara. Coverage on that one, 8:15 Eastern. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. On 3rd down, here's Mills. This is caught. It's Cooks. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the 1st down in the process. First and 10, it's Pierce. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Mills. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
Play action. It's Herbert. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 39-yard line. Now Herbert off the bootleg, rolling to his right. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Eckler, they run left side. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Gerald Everett, 23 yards for a touchdown. These guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay.
After review of the play, ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Justin Hopkins, the kickoff for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. The 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 39 that time.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down. Herbert now. He'll buy some time right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Jalen Petrie picks it off. And the Texans are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of it.
Points. Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw, Mills. And that will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Chargers to take over. They got the victory last week. That was against Jacksonville, and they lead this one as well right now. Out in front here. They've got it 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And incomplete on the deep ball.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Herbert on 1st down now. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the 3rd quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point good by Hopkins, and they open the lead up now to 25. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. Bird to return from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Houston. Beckham, the return. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. It's Eckler again. Ooh, the juke. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 42 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started?
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
It's a gain of 6, and the Chargers 1st down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The veteran Jerry Hughes drops the hammer in the backfield. And that is going to do it for this 3rd. In Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Steven Nelson. Well, they get a 4th quarter.
So let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. And this is going to be intercepted. picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 28. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Eckler now between the tackles. Down to about the 22 here. 55 rushing yards on the ground for him so far.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fields it right around the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
A well-executed 22-yard gain. A 1st down throw for Mills. Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Mills from the gun on 3rd down. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mills on 1st down. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Rumpf, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mills. And it's going to be incomplete. He's able to catch it down the right sideline. Says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Just keeping the play alive. And he'll hit the deck, but he did not get there. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it out to his left. And he'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. A big play there for L.A. 44 yards.
Even with the big lead here in the 4th, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
On the give, this is Eckler, and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Bird to return from his end zone. The Texans offense set to regain possession. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. They'll try again from the 20 on 2nd and 10. Mills finds his man. It's John Mechie. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Mills now. And that's complete downfield to Cooks. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. One last shot from Mills. One last shot at the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the